It is City of Troy just about in front, but with him though is Inisherin and Heart between them, the green sleeves and cap. Night Raider completes out that leading wave. Al Yanabi more towards the stand side in blue and white with 10 Bob Tony and Iberian Maroon in yellow. They're followed by Rizali and Task Force nudged along. Ghost Rider behind those, and then came Notable Speech. City of Troy is under pressure now as out in front. Inisherin will lead from Heart and Al Yanabi as they head down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Rizalian travels powerfully down the centre, puts it up to Inisherin. Al Yanabi coming there, then Hartem. City of Troy will be well beaten. Notable Speech is coming into it, the blue to the left-hand side. They're racing inside the final furlong and a half. Rizalian down the centre. Notable Speech to the far side, trying to stick on his Hartem in third, but it's Notable Speech who's come through to lead. He goes on by a couple to Rizalian. Hartem back in third, then Ghost Rider. It's Notable Speech. He remains unbeaten. He won the 2,000 guineas. They're about to go up through halfway. It is Star Style and Pat Dobbs who lead. From Sacred Angel, Ramatuel and Darnation, then Fallen Angel, the Grey Silks, away towards the left-hand side together with the nose-banded See the Fire. They're then being tracked through by Cinderella's Dream, and next is Pretty Crystal, followed by Dance Sequence and Porta Fortuna, who's trying to go on the improve. They're racing now down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Star Style about to be joined by Ramatuel, the Black Sleeves and Cap. Dance Sequence is coming there. Porta Fortuna, every chance. Fallen Angel now shaking up for more, but it's the French filly Ramatuel who races towards the dip with a 1.5 length lead. Porta Fortuna is giving chase. Dance Sequence back in third, then Elmalka and the staying on Yilang out of the dip inside the final furlong. It's Ramatuel trying to hold off Porta Fortuna. Elmalka's running on strongly as they head up toward the line. Ramatuel just in front. Elmalka diving. Elmalka's won the guineas from Porta Fortuna.
Down the middle, but only a couple of lengths off the pace setting Running Lion as they move down towards halfway in the Group 1 Tattersalls Falmouth. So Running Lion over Porta Fortuna, a Lilac Roller up against the Running Rail Jabara, just a couple of lengths off the pace Yellow Jacket. Magical Sunset in the Lilac and Serona in the beige are handy, and Rogue Millennium on the left is still right on terms as they pass the three. Beginning to run downhill at this point. Running Lion, one from the right, being asked for more now by Murphy, and Porta Fortuna has breezed on into the lead, and Running Lion capitulates very quickly. Rogue Millennium on the left still has every chance. Jabara Yellow Jacket is running a big race. They race out of the dip just outside the furlong. Porta Fortuna 2 lengths ahead of Jabara, a Lilac Roller. Rogue Millennium keeping on at the one pace. Porta Fortuna is clear with 100 yards to cover. It's going to be 3 Group 1s as Porta Fortuna wins the Tattersalls Falmouth.
Jasur is racing quite keenly, then Vardream, Millstream over toward the far side. Cardem's towards the back of the field. Kinross is second to last, and the back marker is Mitbahi. They're making their way up towards halfway. Art Power being pressed by Swing Along. Jasur and Inisherin and River Tiber, and a near 5-way go for the lead. Behind those are Vardream. Then came Cardem and Van Dijk in front of Kinross and Millstream. And ridden along at the back there is Mitbahi. It's Swing Along now with a narrow advantage inside the final quarter of a mile from Art Power, and then came Jasur. Inisherin is ridden along for more, and so too Van Dijk. River Tiber's weakening. Millstream staying on the far side inside the final furlong. Jasur now mixes it up here with Swing Along. Millstream the far side, then came Art Power. Van Dijk and Inisherin both trying to run on well inside the final furlong. Millstream and Swing Along and Millstream, they hit the line. Millstream's won the July Cup.
There's a group of 3 racing on the right, being led by Ryan Moore on Lake Victoria in the blue and orange, tracked by Babouche the pink cap and Rayevka in the emerald green, who isn't really settling. Meanwhile, on the left, the group of 4 there are led by Celandine to Arabian Dusk in the orange and black, and Leah Vanni with a red cap, and Daylight in the yellow and green is waiting in the slipstream of that trio. Moving on down through the halfway point, well grouped here. Lake Victoria perhaps just has the overall advantage, but it's a small one. To Celandine in the dark blue and white. Leah Vanni is ridden along. Babouche with a pink cap is now moving through. Rayevka on the extreme right. On the extreme left, Arabian Dusk. Celandine now under pressure. Making a move in the yellow is Daylight, but it's Lake Victoria who quickens up down into the dip and powers on here. Goes 2 lengths clear. Arabian Dusk is chasing, and then Daylight, but Lake Victoria is stretching away. She remains unbeaten and gives Aidan O'Brien a record-breaking success. Over on the far side the group, Black Forza in the red and black is racing in rear, and on the right, Shadow of Light is held up in the slipstream of Whistle Jacket as they track centre of the Rolling Mile down to halfway in the middle park. Dash Dizzy over Whistle Jacket now breezing alongside. The nose-bounded Jancy up between them. Shadow of Light on the right, finessed into it. Defence Minister on the left. Black Forza's last of all. Downhill to the last couple of furlongs, and Shadow of Light is now moving through to Dash Dizzy. Whistle Jacket under the moor drive, pitching there between horses, and then Defence Minister. Deep inside the last furlong they come. Shadow of Light quickens up impressively. Stretches on here, moves 3 lengths clear. They're chasing Shadows in behind. Shadow of Light is away and gone. An emphatic winner of the Juddmonte Middle Park.
Between Fillies and over on the far side is Nashua. They've gone through halfway in the 59th running of the Sun Chariot Stakes, and it is now Darnation and Sam James who have got a lead, and that lead is 3 parts of a length over Tamfana and Colin Keane in second, a length and a half away. See the Fire and Asheen Murphy in third. In Spiral now begins to make ground for Robert Havlin towards the near side. Elmalka comes under a drive, and so too Nashua. They now race down into the dip inside the final quarter of a mile, and Tamfana has taken the lead. Tamfana out in front by a length and a half. In Spiral is in hot and persistent pursuit. See the Fire back in third. Elmalka tries to rally in fourth. Just over a half furlong to go. The 3-year-old Tamfana, holding them all at bay, goes clear by 2 lengths. This is the new kid on the block. It is Tamfana who wins the Sun Chariot.
Desert Flower alongside January. Another length to B Team, the Pink Cap company with California Dreamer and Anna Swan in the red, white and blue colours in company there as well. They're heading past the halfway stage in this Bet365 Fillies Mile, and Dreamy on the left, just about in front. Ballet Slippers in second place, be about a neck behind her. A length and a half off these is January running in third place and beginning to make progress. 3 from the left, ridden along is Desert Flower. Extreme left is to BT. California Dreamer is next off towards the right is Anna Swan at the rear of the field, heading down towards the dip. Desert Flower and January now striding clear from the others. Ballet Slippers is back in third. Anna Swan behind this. Desert Flower, William Buick has the advantage at the furlong pole by 2 lengths. January in second position, and they're heading inside the final furlong, and Desert Flower will remain unbeaten and wins by many lengths in this Bet365 Fillies Mile. Desert Flower, second is just going to be January to Ballet Slippers, and they're clear by Shadow of Light. And the last of that trio is Rock of Cashel, the longest priced runner. On the right, expanded now the mount of Ryan Moore gives the lead to Ancient Truth as they now come towards the halfway stage in this Darley Dewhurst Stakes. So Seagulls 11 furthest from the stands, expanded against the grandstand side, running well. There's not too much between these 2 small groups. One from the right, Ancient Truth now comes to challenge expanded. On the left, Shadow of Light has come past the Seagulls 11. Rock of Cashel is behind those. Down into the dip they come. Stand side of the duo in front, expanded and Ancient Truth. They're 2 lengths ahead. Shadow of Light begins to drift over towards them, and they come to the final furlong. Ancient Truth at the white cap in the centre, expanded nearest the stand. Shadow of Light in the all blue, beginning to assert as they race towards the line. Shadow of Light has just won.